glasses on. Hello there, Mickey, honey. You so fine, you so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. So be careful. That's what's the phrase that entered my mind as I was coming up here this morning. And there's a lot of things that we need to be careful about in life. But the one I'm talking about is your words. Your words will set the tone. They have the frequency behind them when you speak them. They do. Your words can bring forth healing. Hello, Applebrooks, honey. Your words can bring forth destruction. Your words can bring forth love. Your words can bring forth hate. It can stir up those emotions. Your words can stir up emotions in people, whether they're positive emotions or negative emotions. And depending on your intent and the intensity behind your words, those emotions going to carry intensity. They're going to be intensified within people. Since the words have the power of life and death, they do. And there's been many times people have been hurt by the words of another. There's been many times people who have been healed by the words of another. It's like, wow, I'm so glad you don't know how much this means to me to hear what you had to say. It really has made a difference in my life. The time you said whatever, the words you said it's like this right here. Let me show you the power of words. The power of words. I found the Bible that I was looking for yesterday. It was just right behind me on the shelf. Gina, that's right. She stuck it on the shelf. Well, I forgot about it. I stuck it with all the other Bibles. Your words, be careful. Let me have a drink of my love. Gina, you're drinking your own love. Well, I'm going to have a drink of it. I'm going to have a drink of this because give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. Your words, if you're just tuning in, you all. Of all the things that we truly do need to be careful about, according to Gina Honey, is your words. Your words. You can build each other up with them, or you can tear each other down. It's like your tongue. The tongue. It can literally steer the whole course of your life. Really bad. Really bad. Your tongue cuts both ways. Both ways. It does. You know it does. But it's your words. Be careful, because your words have frequency behind them. With the words that come out of my mouth, I could get on here and I could open my mouth, and the first things that coming out of my mouth would be something extremely negative. And if I kept talking and I kept saying a lot of negative things, speaking about all the wrongs and stuff, because that's what I'm focusing on, I'm throwing energy to it, more energy, I'm amplifying it. It's gonna get you too. It's gonna get you too. It is. And it's going to get you all wound up on the inside. And it may not be a good way, because after you finish listening to what I have to say, if I didn't really have very much good coming out of my mouth, it was all just negative, 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 just maybe one shrivel of good, and you had to start your day, that energy is going to attach itself to you. It is. And as you leave your house or wherever you go or whatever you do, it's going to draw some more of that energy. It is. And you may not have a good day. You may not have a good day after listening to somebody first thing in the morning. Gina, that's why you better be careful what you open your mouth and say. I am. You, you want to come out of the house with a big smile on your face and feel encouraged and uplifted is what you do. Words are powerful. Gina, can you get down to what you're doing? Yeah, I can. Let me just say this. I don't like drinking out of big cups. I never have. This is the only cup I don't mind being big. It just dawned on me. It's the only cup I do not mind being big because it has the word love on it. It's got frequency in it, you all. And it has this on it. I don't like drinking out of big cups, but I like this cup. I love it. I love it. Okay, the words. This is what I was trying to say yesterday. For I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. That's very encouraging. It's extremely encouraging. Could you imagine? These look really pretty. I found this Bible and its case in the Peddler's Mall. It was $5. I thought how beautiful that case is. Really, it's just the case alone, and the color of it is absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to be honest with you. I had never before, and I'm just heard that phrase like that until Polly Temple, that was her favorite verse. It still is. And she quoted it. And I thought, wow, I never heard of it. I guess because I didn't read the version. And it was never really focused on. If you go to church, sometimes you'll go to church and you're going to hear the fire and the brimstone. You're going to go to hell. You're going to go to hell. You do this, you're going to go to hell. I wanted I wanted to hear something encouraging. It all depends on who you're listening to, you are really. The frequency of their words, what they're focusing on. It's going to bring forth healing. The words that come out of somebody's mouth, or it's going to bring forth, you rubbed my spirit the wrong way because your spirit heard it too. It did. It did. But if you're going to tell me something, I want to have some hope. Tell me something encouraging. Tell me something that's uplifting. Tell me something that's going to make a good start for my day. I love you. I do love you. I do. Right here. You can say that to other people too. You got love inside your heart. You can look someone in the eye and you can say it and you can mean it. Really, because your words have frequency to it. But I like that. Those words give me hope. They do. That the words of God right there, it gives me hope for something better. Better than what I have now. Better than what you have now. Because you know you're not staying in the same place in life, on this road called life. You're not just at a standstill. I mean, perhaps you did come to a be still and know that I'm God moment because you were looking for direction. And it was when you were be still and know that I am God that those words came to you. For I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and to not harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Could you imagine growing up with an encouraging words? Gina, you got the light on you. Growing up with encouraging words every single day of your life, and perhaps you have been that person with your children and stuff. Always, encourage them, keep going and whatever. It's okay. It's not that bad. Or if you've been an encourager your whole life to people, you know how big of a difference it makes to that other person. And they're drawn to you because that's what they see in you. They see in you something they don't see in others. They do. There's few people like that on this earth. I'm going to be honest with that too. There's few people out there who will truly encourage you and uplift you and tell you that it's going to be all right. But there's people who serves you right. You made your bed, now you lay in it. It didn't matter if you made a mistake. You don't get no encouragement. You don't. Fix it yourself. You did it, you fix it. It's total lack of love and empathy. Be careful. Be careful with your words, especially with your children, young adults, people your age, people older. Just because you think it, don't mean it's got to come out of your mouth if it's bad. If it's going to literally cause a lot of harm deliberately, just to do it because that person with your words, you're going to make the cut and they're going to start bleeding. They are spiritually bleeding. And how, depending on what you said and how deep you cut them with your words, is going to determine how deep, how much the blood is that's going to flow out. And it's going to keep flowing and flowing and flowing. Now you can picture Jesus on the cross, how much hurt there was in the world. That's the ultimate sacrifice, the blood that flowed. But then when he was cutting aside, water and blood flowed out. Water and blood. So your words, you all, be careful. Be so very careful with your words. You don't want to hurt somebody. And I know there's people watching this. Well, if they get hurt, they deserve to get hurt. Well, what if somebody said that about you? What if they had no empathy, no compassion, and they look back on your life and see the things that you've done, and then you feel bad for it, but they know what you've done, and they say those terrible things when you're trying to heal, when you're trying to put the past behind you. No. Just because a person was a certain way in their life, you all, this is, be careful. We've all done things that say we're not so proud of. Maybe we've acted in a way that we weren't so proud of. And we liked it at the time because that's who we were. We weren't love. We weren't coming from a position of love. We were coming from a position of hate and disgust. Yeah. But then something happens in that person's life who used to be that way, who was really rough and, open your mouth, boom. But then when the light shines, the light shines, and some breath of life is breathed into them, and they realize that God has a plan for their life, and it's not to harm them. He's got a future, hope and a future. Then they realize that's all I've wanted my whole life, but no one ever said anything nice to me. Nobody. Your words, be careful. They make the difference in a person's life. We don't even know how big of a difference our words make. We don't. I don't think we could even fathom, since the words do have the power of life and death. You can't even see all that, all the frequency, all the healing, all the hurt and stuff that is combined in words alone. The spoken word, once it's spoken, so powerful. It really is powerful. I like that word powerful. I really do. I'm not going to say I don't. I like the word powerful because it reminds me of love. God's love is so powerful. Love is so powerful, that light within you. It is. It's transformative. It brings about a transformation within. And it don't once it gets inside of you, look out, because the transformation literally is happening all on its own. All on its own. You can feel it. You can feel it. You can feel it happening on the inside of you. You can. It's like you can feel the change. You can feel your heart, your stone cold heart. It's breaking. It's breaking to pieces. And you're starting to feel all these emotions and feelings that you did not want to feel before. And it's really foreign, and you can't stop it. You cannot stop it, you all. You can't. You may do a lot of crying when that happens, a lot of looking within and thinking, and your eyes open, you're looking around, and then your whole life is flashing in front of you. It's like you died. You're on your deathbed, more or less spiritual deathbed. Your whole life is now flashing in front of you because you can look back and see the person you used to be. And then you can feel this transformation occurring on the inside of you, and you're being born again. You're being born again. You got new life that is forming on the inside. It's transforming you. It's pushing the darkness out. It is. So the light can truly cleanse your whole entire body. The light of love, God's love. So if I'm going to start my day off, I don't want to start it off. Now, you know that you can relate to this. How many times first minute you wake up in the morning, you get out of bed and you encounter somebody in your house, and immediately their mouth opens and they are on the attack mode, or they're talking about something negative with that frequency in their mouth immediately. And you think, but I woke up in a good mood. Then I enter in the battlefield and I'm feeling all this negative energy, and I'm getting attacked. I think I'm going to turn right back around and I'm going to get back in the bed. Or I'm going to turn right back around and march myself back to where I came from. And I got to pray. Now I got to pray to get rid of the energy that tried to attach itself to me, to try to rattle my spirit. Well, you've been there. You've done that. It's like you try to do your best. You do. You try to keep that peace within you, and then the spiritual end, they nose it. And they don't like the peace that you carry on the inside. They don't. In fact, they may not like you because you're too peaceful, you're too happy, you're too loving, and you don't speak about all the negative stuff, and you're just so out of touch with reality that they got to wake you up. They got to wake you up because all you focus on, Gina, is love and kindness and stuff. You don't see what's going on in the real world. You need to realize this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. And I'm sitting there thinking, I have not heard one single thing come out of your mouth that was good. Not one. Not one. I have said this so many times before. Do you got anything positive to say? Anything. Just one single thing. This is like after 30 minutes. And the individual will look at me. They'll look around and they'll laugh. And they can't think of anything positive. Not one single thing. And so I think, I didn't think so. I didn't think so. If it's not in you, it can't come out of you. It can't. It can't. You may want to see something different in people. You may. You may look and look and look for the good. Just one shrivel. Just say something encouraging, something positive, something give me hope. There is no hope. It's because it's not in there. It's not going to come to the surface. It's not. But what is in there? Oh, it has no problem. No problem at all coming to the surface because it comes out like a volcano. Poof. spilling its lava all over the place. Uh, I have rarely, I could probably count, I only need one hand to count how many times I have blown up. And it's not even a blowing up. Get very upset. I don't need all my fingers. This is my whole life. I don't need all my fingers to do it. And it really wasn't any blowing up. It was just expressing the hurt. It was the crying. My heart cried out in hurt. That was my blowing up. That's my blowing up one hand. I don't need all my fingers. Why? Why don't you blow up, Gina? It's not in me. It's not. It's not me. It's not me. If it's not in me, it's not going to come out of me. I may have a mild reaction, just mild, but there's going to be love behind it when it comes out. I'll get the message out in the way that it comes out, but it's going to, they'll feel it. I don't even need to raise my voice. I don't need to do any of it because there's power in your frequency. Power, much more power at times when coming from a position of love to get your message out, even though you may be upset and you got something you won't say. It'll get more attention than the screaming and the hollering. It really will. And some people don't know any other way to release it. If you had, they need a vent. They need a little release vent to let off some steam before they open. Some people don't got no built-in vents to let the steam off. They don't. They don't. Be careful. Really. Be careful, you all. We got somebody getting locked down in here. There's rumors of a lockdown coming by October. Some kind of restrictions being implemented again by mid-September. But they're rumors. Yeah. The children of, God will shield and protect everyone today. That's right. And that way, too, not in me to blow up. It takes people from all walks of life. It does. We're not all the same. We all have different traits. We all have different gifts. My husband said, I wish you would blow up at me. I wish you would. Just go ahead. His words fell on deaf ears. No. Why would I want to do what you do? It's not me. It's not me. The more silent a person is to the person who just wants to blow up, the more upset they get. And you can't help it if you remain calm and silent. You can't, because you think, come on, I need my energy. I'm guarding my energy. I don't want to waste it. You're trying to drain my energy. There's people going to suck the energy out of you, suck the energy out of you. It's really, because the words are powerful. The words are powerful. When people have emotional outbursts and you're in the room, you can have other people in the room too. It doesn't matter who it is. You could be in a office setting and it takes one person to get in there. They open their mouth, they spew out their rhetoric. And then all that energy goes on every single person because they're not happy on the inside, and they're going to blame, they're going to let everybody have it. Everybody have it. Then they ruin their day. But they're happy because that's how they want to get their message across. They want your day to be ruined. No, it's enough. It is enough of those old ways. If you're a being of light, if you got love at the center of you, enough. Enough of those old ways. That's not the way we should walk. Really, it isn't. We should walk in love. Walk in love. There's a time and place to to ramp up, turn that dial and have some righteous anger. But not all the time. Not all the time. When love starts transforming you on the inside, right here, when the transformation's taken place, that dial is literally, it's turned back little by little so as not to send your body into shock. Really, send your body into shock when that love starts getting on the inside. Because you don't want to have an instant, you go from one extreme and then the transformation, poof, and you're in total shock and you're shaking all over on the inside of your body. I mean, it happens, but sometimes the dial has to be gradually turned back. It's like your car's temperature gauge. It might have been stuck over there on hot, blowing every time you get in it. Every time you move that car, it goes automatically to the top, to the hot, because it's got a leak, and it just can't help it. You give it some gas, and then boom, it's going to run hot. You don't get too far without blowing up, overheating. You can think of that as your life. Your body is like that temperature gauge. And if you have a car, you know exactly what I mean. You don't get too far because that gauge is going to go over there on the hot. You're going to turn right back around, and you ain't going to make no progress until you get that fixed. Until you get that fixed, that internal thing, because it's an internal problem. You got to take care of it. You either got to fix your water pump that's leaking now because it has a weeping hole. Your water pump has a weeping hole, and it helps regulate the temperature in your engine. It does. You can think about your heart could be that water pump. You could. And it starts dripping, dripping, dripping. It's hurt. It's hurt. Even though you want to get in your vehicle, it's dripping. It's weeping. You don't get too far without blowing up because your heart is hurt. But that's when you got to park yourself and be still and know that I am God. Open up that door. Open up the hood to the engine. Open it up. Get the tools out, the tools you need. Drain all that extra antifreeze. Coolant, drain out the coolant because it's no good. You want new coolant. Take the water pump off because it's weeping. It's got a weeping hole. It ain't going to do you no good no more. And replace it with a new one, a new water pump, you're going to get a new heart that don't leak. You got to put the engine back together. Take the tools and tighten it down. Put the fresh antifreeze in the car. That's what you're going to do. Sometimes you have to also do the radiator. Put the fresh antifreeze in the car. Fill it up. Turn the engine on. Turn on the blower. Test it. Test it. See if you're going to overheat. See if the car is going to go overheat. Turn it on full blast. Turn it on. See how hot you can get it in that car and see if that engine, that temperature gauge is going to get hot. You find out, no, wow, I can have this going on and I don't even have to blow up anymore. I don't even have to get to the danger zone. Like I stepped into the danger zone. No, it's not going in the danger zone. It's like something has literally regulated you now. You got a new heart. You got a new water pump that had a weeping hole that Told you you got a problem here. That's why you're heating up. But guess what? You fixed it. Now you can get in that vehicle and you can go down that road called life, and that temperature gauge is right there in the center. You can go really far. You can go on a long trip. You can just keep going and going and going because the problem got fixed. You can. You can just picture your body as that car. It's words. The words get it. Listen. Hide thy word within my heart so that I do not sin against you, God. You got to hide the word within your heart. Keep it in there. It's going to regulate you. It will. it's the word of God. It's God's love. It's love. It truly is love. Because love's the thing that's going to sustain you in life. Love's the thing that's going to pave that way forward. And you're going to make it. You're going to make it, and you ain't going to have to worry. There's a song. It's about love. Oh, it's like this. And even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey. Everything bring a chain of love. And in the morning when I rise, bring a bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything is gonna be all right. Now I gotta sing it. I can't remember the rest of the verse. I love that song. I've always loved that song. Why, Gina? It's a silly song. Because my heart could relate to it. Imagine telling somebody that and they can't see the world the way that you see it. They can't see it. Even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey. That mean even if the whole world, even if you lost everything, as long as you had love, you had it all. You had it all. I'm sorry, you're going to end this with a song. Gina, why? Because I'm spirit driven. Spirit driven. I'm going to bring it, even though we ain't got money. Even though, I just feel glad to see it, even though we ain't got money. It's Kenny Loggins. Okay, we're going to sing it. You all, Gina, you going to sing it? Why wouldn't I sing it? It popped in my mind, so I'm going to sing it if it wants to pop up on me. Look at this. It's telling me I don't know about it, Gina. I don't know about it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We're going to sing it, you all. We can sing it together, you all. This is going to how you're going to start your morning out because we got to be careful with our words. So, because our words can bring forth healing or our words can bring forth hurt. So we're going to sing this. Your words are powerful. I want you to go to work and I want you to think about love. I want you, as you start your day, think about love, but to love put in your heart. Okay? You just get it in your heart. We're going to do it. Okay. People smile and tell me, I don't know how, I can't remember, it's been a long time. People smile and tell me I'm the lucky one and that we just begun. Think I'm gonna have a son. He will be like she and me, as free as a dove, conceived in love. Sun is gonna shine above. And even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything bring a chain of love. And in the morning when I rise, you bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything is gonna be all right. Seem as though a month ago I was better cheap, never got high. Oh, I was a sorry guy. And now I smile and face the girl that shares my name. Now I'm through the game. This boy will never be the same. And even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything will bring a chain of love. And in the morning when I rise, you bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything is gonna be all right. Yep, I'm gonna finish it, you all. I ain't heard this song in years, but it popped in my mind. Pisces Virgo rising is a very good sign, strong and kind, and the little boy is mine. Now I see a family where there once was none. Now we just begun. Yeah, we're gonna fly to the sun. And even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything I bring a chain of love. And in the morning when I rise, you bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything is gonna be all right. Love the girl who holds the world in a paper cup. Drink it up. Love her and she'll bring you luck. And if you find she helps your mind, better take her home. Don't you live alone. Try to earn what lovers own. And even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything will bring a chain of love. And in the morning when I rise, you bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything is gonna be all right. So that was a song, Kenny Loggins. I love that song. I've always loved it the very first moment I heard it. And it's true. If you've got love on the inside of here, it makes all the difference in the world. It makes the difference when you wake up in that morning, really, to have the love of God on the inside. Makes that difference when you wake up, get up out of that bed. You're not going to wake up and be gripey. No, you're not. You're not going to go to work and be in a bad mood, because there's people who go to work who's in a bad mood and you can feel it and think, well, why are you going to be so grouchy? Why can't you be so happy like me? You got anything nice to say? You are, that's right. Be careful with your words. Gina, why are you singing? Well, I just do what I feel led within my spirit. It popped in my mind. Then it popped out of my mouth. Gina, do you have to say everything that pops into your mind? Well, if I feel led to, I'm going to, but there's a lot of things that pop into my mind and I keep my mouth shut. Zip it is what I do. Yeah, we got it. That's right, you all. Going to your new grandbaby. Aw, you're so welcome, Carrie, honey. That you're gonna sing it to your baby, to your little Santiago? Aw, Carrie, honey, that's so wonderful. You go ahead and sing it to Santiago. Yes, you can do it. Wow. We got it, you all. We got some beautiful people in here with beautiful love in their heart and beautiful words for one another. It's all about love. It truly, I don't just say that, you all. I'm not just saying it. It truly, literally, even though you might get sick of hearing Gina say it, but just I hope you start to heal from the sickness. It literally is all about love, 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 God's love. So I'm going to say a little prayer. Gracious Heavenly Father, thank you for everything that you have done in our life. Thank you for always being there for us. Thank you for watching over us. Even then we didn't want you to, you still watched over us. You followed us. You were right there. And then when we got ourselves in trouble, you knew we was going to holler out to you, and you came and you rescued us. You took us. You got us. You rescued us. Even though we're stubborn and we're bullheaded, thank you for always being there for us. And may you bless everyone who hears this video. And even if they come in and tell me you bless them this day. May you fill their heart with an overabundance of love and peace within. And as they go out this day, may that overabundance of love and peace within, May it spill over into everybody else. May that frequency just, everybody else they come in contact with, feel it, and they look and they turn their head, because they're turning their head because they feel something and they see something, but they just can't quite get it while they're looking at this individual that's walking past them. So thank you once again for all that you've done in our lives, all that you're going to do. And thank you for the plans that you have for each and every one of us, and they're good. In precious Jesus' name, amen. Yeah, we gotta be thankful. Give thanks to the Lord. Give thanks to the Lord. For he is good. His love endures forever. Have a wonderful rest of your morning. You all love.